lap it up. Murph. Good job, loves. Good boy. Thank you. That's very good. All right, so let's talk about Magic Hand. Magic Hand is one of my favorite cues and things to do with a dog. So first, you need a dog that can catch. Next, you need a person who's practiced their mechanics. Oh, we're in a sit. It's going to be harder to catch in a sit. So one of the things that I've noticed with Otter over time is that he tends to jump, and dogs only have so many jumps in them. So I want for him to reduce those jumps. So it's my job to lower and change my mechanics with him to make sure that he is not jumping when he doesn't need to. Good. Oh, super. So with Magic Hand, number one, you need a dog that'll catch. Number two, you need a person who knows how to do the mechanics. Remember, we talked about this in another class. You put the food on your hand and then you use your thumb to move it over. And I'll show you that better in class. But just to show you with a little dog in front of me. Okay, so that's when we start. Now, moving him into position, I'm gonna lower my hand because he's a little dog. And I can switch how I'm doing this at any time. Maybe I wanna do this, maybe I wanna have my hand down. It really all depends on the dog. Otter tends to be a little bit like he wants to bite, not really bite, he's rough, let me say that, to get the food. So to feed him like a horse with the treat right here in my hand helps protect my hands a little bit. If you have a dog who tends to be a little bit mouthy or hard, if he has a hard mouth, then you can do that like that. So there's the original game began with only that, but I feel like we can move it on to really suit the size of your dog as well as their ability to take treats well. So he tends to scoot his little butt out and walk kind of sideways to me, you see? And I would really like him to be a little closer with his butt in line. Thank you, that's a beautiful middle. So I'm gonna feed him that way. Now the way we would grow this would be little steps forward. You can do a little turn, see if he can come with you. It's always easier for them to be on one side, either inside or outside. But you could do this with either hand position because he is little and because I'm watching where his hips are. Let's see, can we do it this way? Lovely. Can we turn this way? Oh, where'd we go? Hands over here. Super. Super dog. Find it, find it. So you see, it's like a work in progress. I have a lot more success with my hand more in a low position. I like that a little more, but this is still the cue for him. When I do this, he knows to get into side position. So you can figure out what works best for your dog, whether it's having it up high. Maybe if your dog is large, then that works just fine. If your dog is a little smaller, if they're swinging their hips out to the side and you want to position them, then you can use where your hand is, where the treat happens, where the fun happens, to swing their little hips. So I like when he's really tucked in like that. So I'm able to, here you go, Murph. Here you go, Murph. So I'm able to use my hand position and the food to get him where I need him to be. Nice, very nice. And that's Magic Hand. All right, so let's talk about Magic Hand with Murph. Slightly bigger dog, a little bit more sensitive to pressure. So not a big fan of catching. He doesn't really like to catch. He kind of does this thing where he shies away, and I've tried all different ways to do it, where he'll trust me if I bring my hand to this point, but he's not a huge fan. Can he do it? Absolutely. Does he like it? Not really. So again, I love this hand position for keeping him close. He's not a dog who would naturally be close to me if it wasn't like my choice. So I want to honor that in him. And yet I can still build the skill and build the value right next to me. See if we can do a little turn, little Murph. So again, Magic's hand started like this, but you see he shied away even with me just, you see the behavior? Not what I'm looking for. But if I have my hand low, he knows. But he knows that this means Magic Hand. But I really love to make sure that I give him the treat in a way that he loves. This is, it's warm bison, so very high, very, very high value for him, which is what I like to use when I'm doing something that's harder for them. I want to pay them higher if it's a little harder for them. So that's just a little bit of an example of how we adjust depending on the temperament and the strengths of the dog. So that's Murphy Roo with Magic Hair.
Wave. Yes, good boy. Wave. Yay!